Welcome to Scrapland, and today we're going to work on our journaling cards. So this is roughly what we're working with. Two 4x6 cards, and then this 6-inch wide by 1 7/8 inch tall frame. So here's my journal. I'm going to make something on this side that is comparable with this. I think I know what my motifs will be. I'm going to find papers to make this. So I went through my scraps and my variety mat cards, and for my 6-inch by 1 7/8 inch, I found this variety mat card. I think it's from Nordic Winter, and I think if I cut it at 1 7/8 inch, it's going to be perfect. And this piece right here will make a very nice border. Also, if I choose to use it a little later in our journal. So we have our 6 by 1 7/8 inch center border. Now for our two 6x4 cards, I'm going to cut on one a friendly fish border and on another a whale tail border, and maybe more. I'll start with seeing how wide the whale tail comes out to be. But I'll start with the friendly fish, which is a chain style border. And I found this scrap, which I believe is from Serene Waters. It's a more of an Island Waters green, but I think it'll be just fine. And once again, following my policy, I'm only using scraps as far as I can go. So we will see if I make it to the end of this project before running out of scraps. I only need 6 inches. I'm lining this up with that black line here, but I'm not going to punch the full 12 inches. I only need 6 inches. But I will give myself a little leeway. These are so cute. Now I think I have more than 6 inches. Yes, I have more than 6 inches right here. So I'm going to just snip this and preserve my scraps. I tried out the friendly fish on the plain 6x4 card and then the lined 6x4 card, and I actually like it better on the lined 6x4 card. So that's what I'm going to choose. Now, I'm going to set this aside and let's work on our whale tail for a moment. This, I believe, is from Noteworthy Days. And that'll be snipped off. Once again, because I only need 6 inches, about 3 punches ought to do it. Yes. Oh, this is so beautiful. Now, this punch stays attached. So I'm just going to, for right now anyway, slice it off. Now slice off this little straggler right there. Okay. And I like this. Now I think I'm going to trim it down to be a bit shorter than that. I'm looking to see. Yeah, I'm going to cut this very thin. Going to cut this very close here. I want this. So actually, let me turn this around. I think it'll be better. 1 1/2 inches for the tall whale tail to touch the 1 1/2 inch mark. And I'm doing it on my right side to help me hold this in place straight. Okay. 1 1/2 inches. Yes, that is the look that I was hoping for. But I'm thinking I'm going to add a little more dimension to this. Let's see how that goes. I get such a kick out of playing with these 4x6 cards because there is just room to play. It's like having a little playground. Now I'm going to use Snow-Capped Mountains. And I've cut this piece of paper into 6 inches because I think I want to use it in more than one place. I'm going to cut these dark mountains. So I cut my Snow-Capped Mountains at 1 3/4 of an inch. And now I'm going to layer 3 levels of punches. Need to cut this at 6 inches. This is the bubble punch that was super popular and sold out. Snow-Capped Mountains, 1 3/4 of an inch. The bubbles, 1 1/4 of an inch. And our beloved whale tails, also about 1 1/4 of an inch. And it's time to cut this at 6 inches. Cut off one of our little whale tails. The whale tail Pacific Scenes, I think was the name of the collection that it belonged to, was beautiful, just beautiful. And so this is a beautiful layered card. So I'm going to be putting this together, but I want to look at my friendly fish here and frankly, I think they would do better against a darker background as well. And they need something to be... So we're looking about 1 1/2 of an inch here. Okay, so we're going to cut with the wave blade 1 1/2 inches to give our friendly fish so we use the wave blade to give this 1 1/2 inch piece of paper for a nice place for our friendly fish to have to swim in. And we've effectively pretty much used up a lot of that scrap. So now I'm going to cut my friendly fish to be 6 inches as well. And I think I'm ready to begin. We had some technical difficulties while recording this video, and at this point the microphone battery ran out. So I'm going to fast forward the video now and explain what's happening here as we go. I'm just adhering the pieces down. The first border was the friendly fish border, and now I'm working on the triple layer with the snow-capped mountains, the scallop bubbles border punch, and the whale tail border. Now I'm showing all three together in the way they look in the pocket pages in the scrap journal. And I'm getting ready to put the tabs on. I'm checking here for the edges. There seems to be some edges that need a little trimming. And I decided that on the top pocket card, I wanted to do a little stitching. So I'm currently stitching around the card to give it a little more dimensional look. At this point, I am about to make the tabs, and I was explaining how the tabs should go on the upper left when the pocket card is going to go face up in the journal pocket. I'm using that last piece of scrap paper from the noteworthy paper that I made the snow-capped mountains on, and I'm punching 2 green tabs with that, and that'll pretty much use up almost all of that scrap of paper. And one of those tabs will be for the top card, and one of the tabs will be for the bottom card. Here I'm showing that I'm using the Creative Memory Strong adhesive. I'm giving each tab a little extra burnishing with my fingernail. And now I'm applying the adhesive. The top card was a little snug, so I'm going to slice off approximately 1/16 of an inch so that the card will fit smoothly into the pocket. So it is now 3 15/16 of 1 inch. And the cards go into their pockets relatively smoothly. And so it's made a very pretty journal page. I will be looking forward to writing on those lovely cards. And they're pretty and fun to decorate also.